Hey guys, I'm Mr. Jared Joseph. I give you guys the best writing tips, how-tos, and tutorials that make you a better writer as quick as possible. Have you ever asked yourself, man, I wish I had a good book, or man, I need an idea for a book that I can read in school, or you just want to read a book. Whatever the purpose is that you need a book to read, I have a few things that can help you out. A few books that I myself am reading or have read. So, that's going to today's video. I'm Mr. Jared Joseph. I give you guys best writing tips, how-tos, and tutorials that make you a better writer as quick as possible. Now, if we haven't met before, I'm Mr. Jared Joseph. I'm 17, almost 18. I'm a senior in high school. And like I said, I give you guys writing tips, advice, tutorials, and how-tos. So if you do like content like this, please leave me a thumbs up and subscribe because I post new content Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Sundays, which are my advice and lesson videos. Wednesdays are my current events. Fridays and Saturdays and Mondays are my days off, and that's an important video. So be looking for stuff like that. So, guys, there's so many books out there. There's probably billions, we're probably at trillions of books out there to pick from. So there's a wide selection. So if you ever say, man, I can never find a book, you obviously aren't going to a library or anyone's house because there's certain that someone has a book somewhere. There's a book somewhere for you to read. So there's a lot of books out there. There's even places like libraries that'll give books away for free, and that's how I've gotten some of my books. So there's never an excuse for not having a book, or saying there's not a book for you. There's a book for you, you just haven't found it yet. There's always going to be that one book that launches your reading career off. For me, that was Harry Potter, The Sorcerer's Stone, the first book. That was just me, and then from there I branched out, read all the Harry Potter books, all the way to Half-Blood Prince. Then I went to Eragon, read those 3 books, then I branched out, went to Diary of a Wimpy Kid, branched out, went to middle school, the worst years of my life, branched out, went to Blood Ninja. I've branched out a lot. So, there's times where you'll just see different books along the way. So I'm going to tell you guys a few books that I like to read, and that I've read. This is one of the books that I've read, R.L. Stine's Beware. In this book, R.L. Stine picks his favorite books that he's read, his favorite scary stories. So you're thinking about the author who writes horror, who's right up there with Stephen King, to me at least, one of the authors I hold in high esteem, along with Margaret Atwood. She doesn't do horror, but one of the authors I hold in high esteem. James Patterson, L.J. Smith, all these authors. So, R.L. Stine's Beware, R.L. Stine's Goosebumps, Monster Blood 2. I like this one better than the first one. That's just my opinion. I think there's even a third one, but this one I like the best. So, I recommend this one as well. I've read this one. I like the first one better, but the second one, this one is really good too. But I just like the first one better. This one is Goosebumps Haunted Mask 2. Also by R.L. Stine. I've read that one and the first one. I've also read the first one and the second one of Monster Blood 2. This one is Goosebumps Horrorland Revenge of the Living Dummy. Now if you don't know this one, you probably know its main character, Slappy. So this is a good one. This is the only one I've read out of all of the Living Dummy books. So I haven't read the other ones because I just don't have them. I'm planning on getting more Goosebumps books. Once I get a job, I'm going to collect a ton of them. Fill up my room with them. I have already gained most of the middle school books, most of the Diary of a Wimpy Kid books, most of the Dork Diaries, most of the Night World series, the Blood Ninja books. I need one more. I've got a ton of manga down here. I have anime too. But I have a ton of manga down here. I have the Rosario plus Vampire books. I think I'm only missing like 1 or 2 left. I have Death Note 1 through 3 here. And I have Over here, Tokyo Ghoul. I have the monster version, which is books 1 through, I think it's 6. 1, 2, and 3. Never mind. The other one is 4, 5, and 6. So, yeah, I have a bunch of books that go in order. I like to collect them in order. I have more books everywhere. So, I recommend the Goosebumps series. If you like manga or anime, Tokyo Ghoul, Rosario plus Vampire, Death Note, or Middle School, The Worst Years of My Life, those books. Dark Diaries for girls, I just have that one because I like them personally, that's just me. They were not, they were just interesting books. The Aragon, Aldous Brisner, the Diary of the Kid books, and the Night World books, Blood Ninja, all those books. I recommend books like that. I loved all those books. I've read all of them. I've read all these Goosebumps books here. I've read most of Tokyo Ghoul. I've read all the middle school books, all the Aragon books, all the Dark Diary books I have, which is 1, 2, and 3. The Diary of the Kid books I have, which is 4, 5, 6, 7. I need 1, 2, and 3. The Night World books, I'm only missing 2 more. The Blood Ninja books, I'm only missing 1. So I have almost a complete of everything that I have on my bookshelf. The next book I recommend is The Labyrinth Lost. This one is by, I can't say her name, Zoraida Cordova. This book, and I'll give you what the back says, is Alex is a bruja, the most powerful witch in a generation, and she hates magic. At her death day celebration, Alex performs a spell to rid herself of her power, but it backfires. Her whole family vanishes into thin air, leaving her alone with Nova, a brujo she can't trust, but who may be Alex's only chance at saving her family. So basically, the Death Day celebration, and what I've learned from movies and other books, is when you proclaim yourself to Satan and get all these powers, la 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 la. So, it's a good book. I'm still reading it. I'm right at the part where she's literally going to her Death Day celebration, so I'm interested in seeing how that all plays out. When she meets Nova, all of that. Another book I recommend is The Kid Startup, How You Can Be an Entrepreneur by Mark Cuban, Sean Patel, and Ian McHugh. This book was gifted to me by my teacher, Miss Caricela. Thank you, Miss Caricela, for this book. I love reading it. I haven't read all of it. I'm still going through it, but hopefully I'll finish it by November because I'm reading this book and the next book I'm about to show you, so it's going to take me some time. The next book is literally the complete Grimm's Fairy Tales. If you don't know who the Grimm's brothers are, they were 2 brothers who wrote a lot about some stories that you probably know. You probably know some of their stories, like Cinderella, Little Red Riding Hood, Thumbelina, stuff like that. So if you ever wondered why Cinderella is so bad, maybe it's because you didn't read the version where one of her stepsisters cuts her foot so it fits inside the slipper. Great read. That one was great. I didn't read it in here. I don't know if that one's in here, but I've read it online. That was great. So I recommend this book. It's got a ton of books in here. Literally in the table of contents, there's 26 books on just the first page of the table of contents, and there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pages of books. In total, there is 100, 39, 100, and it's 210. Yeah, there's 210 books, and I'm at The Strange Musician. I'm barely at book 8, so still got a long way to go. So I recommend that book. It's great. It's got a bunch of mini books in it, little mini stories. I love it. I love reading it. I'm reading that for my English 12 class, and I'm reading The Labyrinth Lost for my government class. These books are starting to fall. Actually, let me just move some over here. So, I'm reading those two for school. I like reading them. Another book is, if you don't know who Anonymous is, look them up. But Anonymous is right here. If you don't know who this is The Mask from V for Vendetta, a movie about a guy who goes against the government. All that. It's kind of what Anonymous does, but different. But Anonymous, they have their own YouTube channel. A lot of people support them. They buy their own V for Vendetta masks. All of that. This one is The Many Faces of Anonymous, Hacker, Hoaxer, Whistleblower, Spy. So, there is... They've hacked news stations, they've hacked the internet, they've hacked their way through a bunch of stuff, so go look them out. It's always interesting what they do. So, all of these authors who you see here, R.L. Stine, I didn't say it, show it, but Stephen King, L.J. Smith, James Patterson, all these authors who I've talked about are great authors. I recommend books by them. You don't have to pick books by them, but I recommend it because I liked it. But if you don't like books like I like, that's okay. So, guys, I'm Mr. Jared Joseph. I gave you guys the best writing tips, how-tos, and tutorials that'll make you guys a better writer as quick as possible. And you can't start writing without reading. Every great writer starts with reading. So read a book, write a book. That's just how it goes. Whenever I'm looking to write a story, I always read a book, go through my library, see how authors start their books. I go to the school library, I go ask teachers, I do background research, I go through storyboards like crazy. So, in order to be a good writer, you gotta read stories, you gotta read books, you gotta read some form of information to learn stuff. So, just take practice from authors, see what they did, see what works for you. I've said that before. Learn from the pros because they're already pros at it. So, if you guys did enjoy this video, please leave me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you are new and enjoyed this video so you could see all my videos. And ring that bell because I post new content Tuesdays, Thursdays, Sundays with advice and lessons. Wednesdays with current events. Mondays, Fridays, Saturdays are my days off unless it's important. So, guys, I'll see you in the next video tomorrow with a new video. Tomorrow I'm going to try to upload 2 because tomorrow's a current event video. But I also had another idea for a video, so you guys will hopefully see 2 videos tomorrow. So, also it's my mom's birthday, so wish her a happy birthday, guys. Comment down below, September 17th, even if you see this later on. Wish my mom a happy birthday every single year because she does so much for me and I wouldn't be able to do anything without her. So, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Later, guys. Be safe, be careful, work hard, do what's right. Bye.